Good night and welcome to the special edition of Anarchy Wrestling Asylum. I am your host for this television show, Danny the Freight Trane Hayden. It's been about a month since the last time we were together, and if you recall, we had the final match between Blade and Nightmare, and Blade was talking about the future of aWa. Unfortunately, no one here has heard from him since, and we're all getting a little concerned, but we do have an email that came in from the new general manager. Please welcome to the show, Knothead.
Freight Trane.
Thank you for coming and joining us tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. I'll let you get situated.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Freight Trane, since you work for my company. I want to know about you.
Absolutely. I am your main color commentator analyst. I am ringside for most of the time, and I'm also apparently the international champion.
I saw that match. That was a good match. I liked how you came in and did your finishing move to Nightmare, the cocky.
Well, keep in mind that's why I did it, just for the cockiness.
I understand, and I love it. Trust me, I love it. I kind of like Nightmare's attitude, but sometimes you just really want to grab him right by his damn throat. And if anybody has a hard time understanding me, sorry, I'm under the wind. Coming from California, all that heat, to Tennessee, where it's kind of getting a little cold and then hot. Tennessee just doesn't make up its mind, but hey, it's a nice state. I like it.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, we're glad to have you. And you said from California. California, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where the owner is actually from. He had me come down here to talk to you, let you know the future. He also wanted me to straighten some stuff that's going on around. He's got a busy schedule, so he couldn't come down and talk to the people that work for him. So he had me do it. You will see me a lot now.
Yes. All right. So just to kind of talk about things, the future of Blade. Can you kind of fill us in on his future and his whereabouts?
Oh, definitely. Blade, pretty much our fan favorite. Also, somewhat of not of a fan favorite. Kind of reminds me of The Undertaker and Jeff Hardy. I love it.
It's a great mixture, if I must say. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes. I love the character, love the attitude. I'm not too crazy about spitting the blood up in his entrance. That's kind of scary, kind of freaks me out. But look at me, though. Covering up the scars underneath this face. Hey, Blade now, like he said, he said something about he knew what the future was for aWa. The reason why Blade didn't give any names or futures about it is because Blade almost went uncontacted about everything. The owner of aWa was not happy that he even mentioned it. That is the reason. Part of the reason why Blade has not answered anybody's emails, any text messages, any phone calls. Blade did answer finally, and this actually refers to Nightmare, really. Nightmare thinks Blade's done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, fans of Blade, Blade is not done. He is not dead. His career is not over. He actually plans to come back and fight Nightmare. But he did say, Blade, to all of his fans, and I quote, Blade, blood is thicker than water, but oil is also thicker. Now, whatever he meant by that, who knows? Who knows? He might be planning on setting Nightmare on fire. You just never know. Now, Nightmare, on the other hand, don't seem to understand. At the last event with Blade, he kept getting involved with the ref. And just so happens, that ref was retired. James Rowland, also known as the Cleaner. Happened to be your commentator, right?
Absolutely, yes. He's a co-commentator of mine, only of which we've been together commentating twice.
I have to say, though, I did like your guys' commentating.
Oh, thank you.
It was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, we tried.
I noticed Blade's daughter was a part of the commentating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was there. She's such a sweetheart.
She is. She's a cute little girl. I'm proud of that. Now, Nightmare don't seem to understand. We have 2 new shows we're creating, and then we're going to start going pay-per-views. But bear in mind, people, we are not going to charge you for admission or pay-per-views. Don't worry. We just give that as a name. We have Tombstone, and we have Ground Zero. Now, with that being said, at Tombstone, we have a big match happening. We need a #1 contender for the aWa title since Blade is gone. Blade's contract, though, has expired, and we did not think that he was going to re-sign because no one's heard from him until 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Blade did sign a new contract, people. He will be back. He just had a few injuries he needs to focus on trying to get healed up. He did suffer a concussion and a dislocated shoulder, thanks to Nightmare, but hey.
Well, I mean, with the amount of F5s that went down in that main event.
Oh, God.
I'm surprised he's even up walking around and knows who he is, to be honest with you.
I know, and the thing that kills me, though, is that Nightmare snapped. And no, just because he couldn't get Blade to stay down does not mean he needed to snap and go off and almost kill the man. But hey, this is a business. If that's what's going to get our ratings, our numbers up, you kind of just say, well, oh well. But at the same time, we need to worry about our wrestlers' health.
All right, going back to the Tombstone and the Ground Zero parts, what kind of exciting plans do we have for those? Is there going to be like a roster for each one? Is it going to be an all-inclusive kind of deal? What can we expect as far as the roster is concerned?
Rosters, yes. I mean, we're going to have it all together. Because I'm not going to do this whole Ground Zero is going to have their own champion and wrestlers, and then Tombstone's going to do it. We don't need two aWa heavyweight champions or world champions, whatever. We don't need that. We just need one belt that focuses on the aWa. We do need our second important, the International Championship, which you're holding on to.
Indeed.
And I have to say, though, you have held it longer than Nightmare.
Unintentionally, of course.
Now, my question is this true? Did Blade pay you to interfere in that as the third member in that match? Or did you just come in because you couldn't stand Nightmare?
I just came in because I was tired of running his mouth, truth be told.
Yeah, because I did notice the choo-choo remarks. No offense to you, they were pretty funny.
They were pretty funny. Now that I go back and look at the videos, they were pretty funny. But
yeah, I mean,
at the time, it was kind of an insult, and Freight Trane just doesn't let anybody run over him, so to speak.
Well, this is your show, Off Tracks, right?
Off the rails, actually.
Off the rails.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
yeah.
sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
I have to say, I'm very impressed with everything that you've taken over for our owner. Now, if everyone's wondering, our owner's name is Chris. Chris is liking everything you're doing. What he doesn't like is the fact that Blade hasn't answered anything. But when Blade finally answered, it did make Chris's day. Chris, I have to say, is liking the golden egg right now, and that golden egg is Nightmare. Now, you haven't had a title defense yet.
That is correct. I have not.
But no one's really stepped up to the plate to fight you for it. Everyone's going after the aWa title.
That seems to be the hot topic now.
Yeah. That is why I'm here to fix that. People need to start earning matches. I know we have a small roster right now. I'm hoping to get more people recruited. Tombstone and Ground Zero will be the building factors of our first pay-per-view called The Rumble. And that being said, the person that wins the Rumble will be automatically the number one contender for our actual WrestleMania, like WWE's, but ours is called King of Kings.
I like it, King of Kings.
Well, I mean, if you're going to go into the main, like, World Series, Super Bowl, if you're going to go into that, you are pretty much a king. And to fight the king, you got to fight the best. So, King of Kings. So, whoever the champion is and wins it or defends it, it don't matter. Either way, you are the king of all kings. So it makes sense to be called King of Kings.
Absolutely, I like it already. It's a great name. Whoever come up with it, yeah, absolutely.
But there is one other thing I got right here in this email from Blade, and this is towards Nightmare and others. He will be back. Either Tombstone, Ground Zero, or he'll show his face at the Rumble. Who knows? He just made those three statements, and then he put a question mark. So, Nightmare, if I were you, I'd be watching your back. But, I don't know about you, but it was a long flight, so I'm gonna go ahead and go get some rest. We'll have another meeting between you and me, off the rails. So that pretty much just sums it up, and I'm pretty proud of this.
Whoa.
Excuse me, what are you doing here? What's going on here?
Hold your locomotive ass down, Danny. Hold on. So, you're Knothead, correct, the general manager? Nice to meet you, sir.
I don't shake hands on this.
Alright, that's nice. Oh, sorry, your hat fell. So,
Did
you're
you
not
just
gonna
knock over my $300 hat?
This interview's being conducted without your main guy that the boss likes? The
Hey,
AWA
Chris
champion?
hardly likes you. He likes the idea of you being the champ, but not really, only because of me. Now, if I were you, I'd pick up that $300 hat, or you can kiss that title goodbye right now.
No thanks. My contract's already been signed and it's set
He
in
does
stone.
have a point.
He has a point, but I'm also his boss. That actually
He has a point.
has the title.
You keep bringing up the fact about Blade
Yeah,
coming
Blade.
back. I highly doubt that. You were there. You watched,
I
right?
was there, yeah.
All right, good. Cause I'm not through with you quite yet either.
Oh, I'm
I
glad you
have
brought that
five
up. Don't
not
worry, we'll get
once.
to that.
Not twice, not 3 times. Hell, I can even count how many times I fought him, but I put him in his place, in the ground, in the dirt where he belongs.
But Nightmare, how long did it take you to finally beat Blade?
That's neither here nor there.
Okay, let's go back to the
Look,
record books.
look,
I don't keep
look
records.
who's holding the belt now. Me.
For now.
No, not for now.
Now, I'm going to tell you one more time. Pick up my $300 hat, or I will strip you of that belt.
Whoops. Not over again. As I was saying, when am I not going to be in the loop of these things? You keep announcing things without me having agreed to it. You know, it takes 2 to tango, 2 to sign on the dotted line.
Yeah, that's between me and Chris, not you. You just go with what we tell you. We're your bosses for a reason. You don't make the decisions. You don't get to come and go as you please.
No worries. I'll talk to Chris. He likes
Chris won't talk to you.
it. It's all fine.
There's a reason why Chris sent me down here.
It's
So
all
if you want an answer or a question, it has to go through me, and I email it to Chris, or I can give him a call. But the problem is, though, Nightmare, you're not seeing the big picture.
Please show me the big picture, please.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get to that. As soon as you pick my hat up, you son of
All right.
I'd pick up the hat if I were you. Just saying.
Well, you're not the
Okay,
boss.
hey.
Speaking of which, that right there, that title, yeah.
You know what?
I appreciate the fact you're on the roster. Kudos to you. I'm glad you're on the roster because me and you, we have unfinished business. You know, at this event, Tombstone that we're having, I would like to settle that unfinished business.
Well, Nightmare, I'm glad you feel that way because actually the announcements I was gonna make when I got home before I went to sleep, or I should say hotel I'm staying in, I actually had an announcement for your match at Tombstone.
Please do tell.
You will defend that title at the Rumble, yes. But you gotta have a #1 contender. Someone's gotta earn that fight. Yes. And I couldn't think of anybody else. But then when I started thinking more about it, it can be more than one person. You did say you had a lot of unfinished business with Freight Trane here.
Exactly.
Now, Freight Trane, his first match beat you with a bloody coat. His finishing you by clotheslining. Am I correct?
Yes.
He
Sure.
also put you in the hospital. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, there is another superstar. You handpicked it to wrestle on our first event, and you put him into retirement. Am I correct?
Blade. I've
No,
heard Blade. I've heard Blade. I've heard the God knows what his name. James. I've heard Brother Man. Come on, who is it? Please
Oh,
tell.
I'm glad you brought up Brother Man. I actually just got off the phone with Brother Man before this interview. Brother Man will be at our events next. He might not be at Tombstone, but he does try to. He is our part-time wrestler, yes. He will be in the Rumble. So a lot of people have a good, nice bet of him winning it. You know, he might have not been able to fight you for this when you were holding it, but he is looking for a bigger prize, like everybody else is. Now, as I was saying, you have unfinished business with him, and you also have unfinished business with James the Cleaner Rollin, but I also got some bad news for you too.
Come on, tell me.
James Rollins is coming out of retirement
Oh my
with
gosh.
a new name.
No, he is not. You can't tell me that.
I just did. So I'm
He's
going
not.
to tell you right now, you will fight for a #1 contender's fight. If you win, so happens to win. If you win, you won't have to defend your title. I'll give you that. But if one of them win, you have to fight and defend that title at the Rumble. You will have to, and these are your opponents. The Freight Trane,
All right.
international champion, will be in that match. And your other opponent so happens to be Cage, also known as James Rollins.
Cage.
Welcome to.
Oh my goodness, what an unexpected surprise.
It's nice to see you again, you obnoxious prick.
You're supposed to be done for. How are you even standing?
I came back stronger than ever. I rebuilt, I redesigned, and I'm back to reclaim my title.
Well,
Because not very many people know, I was the first ever aWa champion. And I'm back to take that title. And you're not taking that title. Me home with you.
No. This is
I am
mine. This is mine.
You want to know who I am? I'm the unhinged lunatic. I am the demon that arose from the ashes of the city of angels. And I'm going to unleash my hell upon you.
You too.
So,
It's a day of the dead, and you're on my hit list.
You too. You plan on screwing me like everybody else has in this company. Blade, him, you coming out of nowhere hit me.
hey, Nightmare. Nobody screwed you over. You had opportunity after opportunity. You had more title challenge matches than anybody in this company should have had. It's not our fault you couldn't get the job done. Yes, you finally snapped your buttons off and got the job done by beating Blade and almost put him in retirement as well. But Blade is alive and well, and he is looking forward to his comeback to fighting you.
He's done for. He's in the dirt.
He's
He's in
not
the
done
grave.
for.
He is not coming back. And I'm
We'll
surprised
see.
you're even here. I will break your jaw, your nose. I will break you again if you dare try to come
Hey,
on too
Nightmare.
soon.
I'm going to make what you did to Blade
Hey.
look like a day in the park.
Nightmare. Just a little bit more bad news. It was nice signing that new contract with you.
Ugh. I can't
And
be.
Freight Trane, it was nice renewing your contract of the next title defense. Have a good day.
And ladies and gentlemen, you just saw an interesting rivalry to start building up with our new general manager, Knothead, coming out here and declaring that there's going to be a huge matchup at the Rumble, and both the International and the aWa Championship are going to be very deeply involved. So I don't know about you, but I'm personally really excited about being both involved in the storyline and commentating on the storyline as well. So until then, well, this is Danny the Freight Trane Hayden, and we'll get back to you.